Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The lone back's got it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and, oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. A full dive to haul that one in.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Just a short pass to the tight end. Bates' man missed. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. To tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Florida State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Line getting set on second down. Takes a handoff. It's Lyle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quick completion on the out. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move inside. You see him move outside. You see him move in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
The short hands, it's wide. Breaks into the open. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what
fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job out of the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Webster. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. To the air, it's Ferry. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Hands it off. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Gonna run it. It's Glover. Breaks the tackle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, no!
Near the goal line, everybody thinks more physical, bigger bodies. They're going to run the ball up the middle. How about this offense? Gives them a little change-up, gets the ball on the perimeter right now, fools the defense, and they get in for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Hodges. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Sent it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Throws to the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Lofton.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up or block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, looking for a man. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need...
Turns it on down the left side. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Canes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really...
And the ball is free on the pitch.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Quick release by the QB. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On the move. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Under fire. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll try the run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Now the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Going for it from there, that's just outsmarting yourself. And guess who's going to pay for it? Your defense backed up with a 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. To the air, it's Berry. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something in.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Release to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And the Canes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marked at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Use the play fake, now to throw. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You've got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Fires to the middle. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
He leaves it with his back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Hurricanes lining up, just needing a few tough ends. That's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll do it himself. Inside the 30. Got a first down. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Florida State! And the route is on.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. 14. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Takes it the other way. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And he makes the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hodges. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Unloads it left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Chadwick. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Got room on the return. Touchdown Seminoles! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Coming out with it, it's Hodges. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that left. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Lost one deep down the right side. Makes a grab deep. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Caves. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change.
Turning it on! He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
They just flip the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Off the play fake. Going for 6. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the...
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
They send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls.
He's got it on the outside. He's loose. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the point after is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He'll take a shot. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough left today.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. On the run, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
Pulls it in down the sideline. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Looking for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football.
He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much, they can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.